row, the guy who works at game with no game, who's tragically single. You're about to find out why. I mean, this year's been pretty bad for me because we've lost David Bowie, and since then the world's gone through some changes. If you didn't like that joke, I'm going to warn you now, you're going to hate my act. All of it, you're going to despise it. I mean, we even lost Alan Rickman as well to a Viagra overdose. I mean, we wanted to die hard. I really like that joke. You know what's really bad? I wrote that joke the day he died. That was my initial reaction. I've literally waited 8 months to tell that joke. So worth it. I mean, I've realised I have to start getting out more, because now every time they get dressed, my dogs now get excited. The thing that's supposed to be loyal to a T are now being sarcastic towards me. So now I put myself on Tinder. Well, because I've got a Windows phone, the Windows Phone version. Of course, get a Windows phone, because who needs to be included? It's called Timber, so I've been matched with about 4 lumberjacks now. I mean, I've always tried to avoid Tinder, because I don't want to... I'm not just talking normally now, you can probably hear me. And am I just... Oh, it's back now, anyway. I've always tried to avoid Tinder, because I don't want to have the how did you meet conversation. I'm nervous enough about meeting the parents. Can you imagine telling the truth? Well, I was having a shit. And then your daughter appeared. And I thought to myself, yes, I would do her. Left. I've had one Tinder date. Just one, and she wanted to go for spicy food. And I can't handle spicy food, so I asked my brother for advice, because he's had more girlfriends than me. I say more, he's had one. Don't pity me. That comes later. Whatever it was. Yeah, so his advice to me was, easy, eat some spicy food before the date, you'll be immune by the date. Spoiler alert, that's bullshit. You never see a boxer before a match just getting punched in the face loads of times and goes, great, now I'm immune to fists. So I'm on the day, it's going pretty well, and about halfway through, suddenly I hear, Robert, this is your stomach speaking. Me and your arsehole have been talking. And well, we can't take it anymore. You will explode, and you'll be very surprised which hole it's gonna come out of. What are you talking about on the first date? Hobby interest? Nah, I'm talking about the first time I shit myself on the first date. But it's what Tinder is weird. You eventually start finding your mates on Tinder, and it's quite... You have to tell them. It's one of those experiences where you just got to tell them it happened. Like, oh yeah, Sarah, I found you on Tinder. Oh really? That's so funny. And there's that awkward pause. Because they want to know which way you swiped. For you girls, us guys, we always swipe left for you. We always give you a thumbs up, because that's the new holding the door open. That's just being nice. I don't know which way you guys go, but whatever, it's me being nice. Anyway, sorry, my brain goes everywhere really, I really can't focus, but I found the last time I was in bed with a girl, I ended up headbutting her. She said she wanted head. I'd just like to clarify, it was an accident. I didn't just nut her. It was like we were in bed, she was like, do you want a head? Sure! Bang! That was shit. See ya. But it's been a while as well. It's been about 4 years since the last time I kissed someone. It's been a while. And to be fair, when you've been described as someone who looks like they have asthma, you just take what you can get. And it was a weird experience because, like, just out of nowhere, this girl just kisses me. And any smokers in the audience? None. And then she goes, I got that voice left. Anyway, a message from, if you are out there, well, a message from us non-smokers to you smokers. If you have a fag and then you kiss us, we get the essence of death in our mouths. So please. And about this time, my granddad had just died, and he was like a heavy smoker. Like, he just find a lighthouse just to find the bastard. So, whenever I smell, I'm really happy about that one because that's one of my first jokes I've ever written. And whenever I smell or taste smoke, I think of my granddad. So you'll sort of see where I'm going with this. So So she pulls away, looks deep in my eyes, and the only thing I think to say to her is, "You remind me of my granddad." She did not call me back. As well, because I had this weird thing, like, the past 4 women I've tried to chat up have turned out to be lesbians. I mean, what are the odds of that? I think at this point, I'm the best recruiter the gay community has. But it is, you know, on my bucket list, you know, to get an extra person involved in sex. I think 2 is a reasonable number. But my sex life is just like the Scottish football team. Just never qualify. I was a really dumb kid. I was a really dumb kid, because I know this because I'm going through my old workbooks and they all say the same thing, like, good effort, you tried your best, well done. My music teacher even said to my face, "Robert, I know you tried very, very hard." Me being a dumb kid, not realising that was so much sarcasm, I'm sitting there going, "I do. I tried very, very hard. Thanks for noticing." But kids are smarter now, so much smarter than when I was a kid. Like in my old secondary school, if a kid came behind you and punched you in the back of the head, that was considered quite witty. Some work, some done, we'll move on. But I have found school really quite difficult because I'm dyslexic. I mean, all I was given was like a free laptop, a printer, extra time on exams, someone to write down the answers for me, and for extra break time. It was hard. Really difficult. I mean, as well, I was always taught strategies how to help my dyslexia. Like, I've always been told to keep a diary. Some of you get that joke. The rest are probably dyslexic. So I can make the jokes. I am dyslexic. I can't make those jokes. But because I'm spending a lot of time travelling to and from London to do open mic nights, which sounds so much better than unemployed. And I realised you pick up the certain rules of travelling in England, especially London, just 2 golden rules. Never make eye contact with anyone, and don't start a conversation with anyone, even if it's a medical emergency, and even then, you keep it to a fucking whisper. But there are a group of people in this world who don't understand these rules, and these people are Americans. As I know this because I was travelling up to London, and an American bloke and a woman just like bumped into each other. Straight away, the American is like, "Oh, excuse me." Great, the woman did the exact correct thing, did the English thing, just a nod. That's all we need, nodding means so many things. And then he did the unthinkable. He gestured her back. Me and this bloke fucking couldn't believe it. We went, "Oh my God, we almost spoke to each other. We almost spoke to each other, but then we remembered the rules." The American bloke then goes, "No, no, no, no. You bumped into me. You say excuse me." You know, the only reason that bloke got away with that is because that woman didn't speak a word of English. But I've got a theory about Americans. I think Americans are just backwards English people. If you think about it, I think Americans say what English people think, and think what English people say. Good example for bigness, but many for blokes as well. If we're in a bar with our mate, and the mate goes off and a girl comes up to us, it's like, "Oh my God, is that your friend?" Straight away, every English bloke will say the exact same thing. "Yeah, he's a knob." But what we're thinking is, what, him? Yeah, what, my best friend, the best man in the world, the man who makes me complete, the best who makes me get up in the morning. Yeah, he's my friend. Overseas to our American friends, straight away, same situation. "Oh my God, is that your friend?" Apparently same girl as well. I couldn't do one girl voice. Just the girl who goes out and just want to get fucked. Anyway, so really weird tangent there. So, "Oh my God, is that your friend?" "What, Tyler? Yeah, I love Tyler. He's my best friend in the world. Get to know him. He's a great guy." But what he's thinking is, "What, Tyler? He's a dick." So my friends know they're right. But I think we get unnecessarily angry on the trains as well as English people. Like, we could be Mary Poppins outside the train station, but the second we're on a train, we're like the fucking Hulk after Brexit. Fuck! We fucked up. And I get angry as well, because I was on a train, I was at the doors, ready to go. Like, I'm here, the doors are here. You can clearly see I'm about to get off the train. But then 2 people go and slide in front of me like 2 shit ninjas. What were they expecting from me? Like, I'm the fucking welcoming committee of the next train. Like, the door's gonna open and be like, hello there! Welcome to the train! As you can see, no one's giving up their seats for the elderly because they want to come out and shop. They shouldn't come out on a weekend! As you can see, our entertainment for this evening is a very, very loud drunk man who would not let anyone join him in karaoke, but we're too scared to tell him to stop. Anyway, I'll be in the dark corner of the train. Please, any questions? Please let me know. I really like that joke, I'm glad you liked it. But I think if we all just admit how shallow we all are to ourselves, I think we get along, the world would get along so much better. Thank you. We've got one supporter. Could run for Prime Minister. Great. So I think we all admit just how shallow we really are. We get along more. Like a good example of this is One Direction. How do we feel about them? We like them?
Scum on the earth.
Not gonna lie, this joke doesn't really work if you don't like them. But screw it, I'm gonna tell anyway. I think it's funny. One of their songs goes, one way or another, I'm going to find you, and I'm going to get you. They sing that, they get hit single, but if I go to a girl in a club and say that to her, I get booed out of the club. Anyway, I've been Robert Jones, you guys have been fantastic, enjoy the rest of your evening.